So the real estate market is about to crash. It's about to be 2008 all over again. We're about to have one of the hugest crashes that you've ever seen, and you shouldn't buy anything right now if you're smart. If you're thinking about buying, you're making a huge mistake. Do not buy anything right now because the market is going down, baby. This is what I keep hearing from a lot of people in my comments. These are the comments that I hear over and over and over again from uninformed, unintelligent people who simply read headlines. But let me give you a few facts as to why the real estate market is nothing like it was 15 years ago. Let's get into it.
I get to it first, I got you mad. I guess that when I get to it last. Get it that I'm never going back. Get it that I'm never going back. Going up, going up, going up, going up, going up.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Dan Wheeler, your local Silver Spring, Montgomery County real estate agent. In this video, I'm going to explain what are the major differences between the market of 2008, the market that we just got into, and the market that we are experiencing today. But before we do, you know the deal. Like, subscribe, and share this video. Make sure to hit that notifications button so that you're the first to get notified when I drop new content. So let's get into it. This market is very, very different than the market that we just came out of in 2022. And that's leaving a lot of people kind of scared.
Everyone just calm down. Calm down, all right?
Yo, it's about to be 2008 all over again. I don't know. Should I buy? Like, what should I do? I'm going to wait until interest rates drop. And then when the interest rates drop, I'll jump back in the market. But everybody's kind of thinking the same way. So if you wait till interest rates drop, like everybody else, guess what's going to happen to prices? Yeah, it's going to push prices back up again. Right. So in 2020, 2021, there was a drastic change in the market. Interest rates dropped. Net push prices way up, almost 20 to 30% above the actual fair market value of these homes. Because the money was so cheap, a lot of people were pulling the equity out of their houses and buying new houses. If you want to go into more detail about how to buy a new home while you're selling your old home, make sure to take a look at the video that I'm going to post. I think it's going to be right here. Now, coming out of a super hot market and then going back to a regular market like we're in right now can seem like a drastic change. When you couple that with the media market these days, where everybody just needs to sell clicks, then you can really understand why a lot of these media companies will put a dramatic headline up top, but when you read the actual post, it's nothing to be worried about at all. Now, while there may be a few similarities between this market and the market in 2008, this market is completely different, which is why the outcome is going to be completely different. Let me show you. One of the key variables that we had in the market of 08 was job loss. We had about 8 million jobs that were lost in 2008. During this current market cycle, we haven't had any job loss. And as a matter of fact, we've had job gain. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that some of that job gain were just jobs that were already lost. We haven't created more jobs, but we definitely haven't lost as many jobs as we did during the crisis of 08. Also, during the crisis of 08, we had about 138 million jobs. And now, according to the National Association of Realtors, we've got about 158 million jobs. During the crisis of 08, we had the subprime fiasco, which I'm sure everybody remembers. No income, no job, no document loans, where people could basically get a job and were using what we call ninja loans. These were subprime loans. And if you really want to know more about that, watch the movie The Big Short. I think it's a little bit preachy, but it does kind of give a bird's eye view of exactly what was happening. That movie paints people as a little bit more nefarious than they were, but you also had to consider that government intervention was also a large part of the mortgage crisis, where they were basically incentivizing these loan companies to give these subprime loans to people who shouldn't even have had them in the first place. Now, we don't have that. It's actually very hard to qualify for a loan nowadays. You have to have good credit. You got to have a significant amount of down payment. You got to have good W-2s, 2-year work history. Like, it's a whole thing in order to be able to qualify for a house now, because the mortgage industry learned from what happened in 2008. We don't want to repeat of that with mass homelessness and a crash in the economy because of silly lending practices. New construction. During the crisis of 08, we had 7.65 million new construction houses being built. Builders were just building because, again, loans were being given, and so builders were building. We had 7.65 million homes. Now we have about 4.6 million new construction homes that are available right now. Inventory on the market. During the 08 crisis, we had a huge oversupply of inventory, 3.8 to 4 million homes that shifted us into a buyer's market. Now we've got about 1 to 1.2 million homes that are available. Again, not enough to dilute the supply because we still only have 1 to 2 months of inventory. We simply don't have enough homes on the market or enough people selling in order for us to have drastic price drops. Mortgage delinquency. During the crash of '08, the mortgage delinquency was about 10.1%, which is huge if you look at that nationwide. Now the mortgage delinquency is about 3.6. And I know what you're saying, but then what about all those people that came out of COVID? Like the people who put their houses in forbearance. 94% of the people who were in delinquency due to COVID were able to either restructure, do a loan modification, or they sold their property because they had so much equity in the property. Because again, mortgage companies didn't want a huge amount of foreclosures and homelessness, they easily allowed people to restructure their loans and simply put the amount that they did not pay during COVID on the back of their loan. So that's a huge amount of inventory that's not coming, that a lot of people expect are coming, but ain't really coming. And then lastly, homes in foreclosure. During the crisis of '08, about 4.6% of all homes were in foreclosure. Today, we have about 0.6% of all homes that are going into foreclosure. So as you can clearly see when you look at the numbers, this market is completely different than the market in '08. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, now may actually be the time that you've been waiting for. Let's connect to figure out the best plan for you. Make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, like, share, and put those notifications on so that you're the first to know when I drop new content. I'm Dan the Realtor. If I don't have your business yet, I'm working hard to earn it. People were buying at everybody just needs to sell clicks, and then you would naturally understand. So I'm going to explain exactly what the numbers look like. Now, while there may be a